a 1981 Porsche Outlaw that has a turbocharged air-cooled engine in it that I think I need to go out and floor. Come on, Vinny, let's go. See how long that maple shift knob is?
Clean touch.
She's an old girl. You gotta get her in there, dude. You gotta get her in. No reverse synchros, that's for sure.
Oh, that turbo sounds so good.
I love my life.
Rev limit. Look at that.
Woo. This is so cool. Oh man. I've met way too many cool people. I love the duck bill. The fit on the rear is so sick.
That sounds cool.
Open wastegate. Oh yeah, dude. Air-cooled, turbocharged. Classic Porsche. That's what dreams are made out of. You know what's so cool about Porsche is that they spent 50 years committed to building two-door sports cars before they were like, hey, we're gonna go bankrupt, we need to make something. And then they made the Cayenne, which then basically saved them.
Yeah.
And then the Panamera, and then the Macan, and then all these other like economy vehicles. But that's allowed them to continue to perfect the 911. But you obviously have been in that.
Oh, yeah.
But how cool is this for being in 1980s?
Oh, yeah. This thing's so cool.
Dude, it's got Brembos on it. This thing stops good. It drives freaking awesome. And it sounds neat. I'm sorry, I thought Jared's Porsche was cool. That new 992 might be neat, but it's not like this.
Whoa.
That's such a fun power band.
I was not expecting that, dude. That
This
rips.
thing rips, dude. She boogies. Want to hear it?
Oh, yeah.
It's gonna sound good.
Dude.
Oh, I don't want to go back. I just want to drive it around.
I don't blame you.
This is a neat car. This is definitely one to collect. And it's in such good shape. And this obviously is modified, but I would say the suspension components, there's no rattles, there's no clunking, there's no nothing. Like everything is perfect on this car. For being a 1981, that's pretty impressive.
81, wow.
This is an 81 Honda, how dare you! She buggies, dude.
Dude, I'm in love.
I like that it gets a little tire spin in first gear.
It does.
Just a little acceleration. You know, but this is like pre-traction control and stabilitrack. So you gotta be a little careful with her. I don't know if I'd want another 100 horsepower, but I think it's about perfect.
I would say so.
It's gotta be roughly about 500 though. This thing, it boogies.
Yeah.
It's fast, dude. I say it in every
Full-on
video,
Porsche, man.
Porsche's king. Sure, they've always looked the same from the 80s till now, but that's because when you have something good, you don't get too far away from it.
Yeah.
GT3 RS and a 620R McLaren. I believe there's only 300 of those made in the world. Kind of be curious to see how many are in America. Just look at this, like, perfect carbon seam down the whole middle, down the roof, down the scoop. Look at that color. Better than expected?
Yeah, definitely.
You could not see that green in the picture.
Dude,
Like I looked at all those listing
way
pictures, it
better
did
in
not
person.
look like that. And I really like the blue calipers too.
Dude, that's so sick.
Dude.
Good Lord. See, and I thought all this was gray,
Yeah, I thought it was
but it's
black.
actually all carbon.
Yeah.
Oh.
There's just so much carbon. I mean, it's a carbon chassis, but look at the detail in these seats, the floorboard, center console. The 570 was cool, but
Light work. Looks pretty easy actually compared to most of the Mclarens that come through. I like that I don't have to do seams on the doors, that type of stuff. Color's amazing. It's gonna look good with some PPF on it. A lot of carbon.
Yeah,
Most of
for
the
sure.
stuff I think I can cover pretty well.
yeah, I really feel like just the dive planes. So I was reading on this. The way that the front end of this is engineered at 60 miles an hour, it'll create 130 pounds of downforce on the front end. And that wing at 60 miles an hour creates 430. Dude, that's like a magnet when this thing gets to 100.
I
Like,
bet even these are engineered to create.
huge. Well, aerodynamics,
Certain- yeah,
right? The way that it's
certain-
going to scatter the air around the car.
A Spongebob wrap or a Nissan GTR. We're gonna make the taillights look something kind of similar to this. SpongeBob.
What?
I think this might be the most beautiful thing I've ever done.
Square pits!
That's cool. I love that he's holding the GTR. This is Squidward? Is that his name? I don't know. I don't watch SpongeBob, but I like it.
I see Gary already. He's playing their work. Dude, that is so sick.
Dude, Alex killed it on the
Dude, that's my favorite part right there.
I really wanted to make it so anyone that looks at it can recognize exactly what it is from
like
when you're zipping by on the freeway or wherever people have to double take.
Killed that, bro.
I love that he's holding the GTR up.
Rock that. So good. Get a smile on your
Like that,
face.
just
That's
driving
the
down
coolest
the
thing ever.
freeway.
I've never wrapped a car this old or anything quite like this, but
This is gonna be fun.
pretty excited. This wrap's gonna be pretty dope. So,
It's gonna be way cool.
air-cooled Porsches don't have coolant at all. That's why they're called air-cooled, not water-cooled like new cars, right? So these hold way more oil capacity than like a modern car does, because most of the cooling is actually done by the oil. So oil starts in the engine and it circulates all the way to the front where there's a little radiator and comes all the way back around. And that's how it cools itself and lubricates the engine at the same time. And then these cylinders, like this fan, is actually like blowing air as the engine spins, and it cools the walls of the pistons and everything.
Has so much curve to it that if we take a piece of flat vinyl that's plotted to the exact size, that stripe right there, that's continuing on the entire car, and we try to lay it down over all those curves, our flat and straight stripe is going to get no longer flat straight. So you use the laser, we have it lined up perfectly with the edge of that stripe out there. Then you just take tape, we're going to follow the laser all the way down this deck lid. Hey, look at this building. Hey, if you guys have this team building exercise over here, look at all these handsome young gentlemen.
I want to be a handsome gentleman.
Ty, what are we getting ready for?
Cars and Coffee. Sunday, 9 to 11. It's going to be an absolute blast. I suggest everybody come to our next one.
Everyone's gonna be